Everybody, welcome back. Welcome back. That's the threads of you beyond the babe. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm trying to recall where we left off. So we finished our first day, and we're here now. That's after. Oops, sorry. Well, what just happened? What? I thought what? What just happened? I thought I was at the beach. Yeah. Why? Why? Oh, it made me go back. It let me go back for once. I don't know why I did that. But no, we were. Why? Why? What? Why is? Uh. Okay, I'm like, why is he not there? Okay. Okay. So yes, we chose. That's still really loud, isn't it? Let's see. It's not that loud. It's like as loud as my voice. You guys will be okay. You'll be okay. Andrew, Chris, Gene, Kai, Kevin, Vince, and Wyatt. Yes. So we chose Wyatt was our most memorable interest of the day before, and that's what we chose before we went to bed. Now we get the choice to go exploring, and as you just saw, we chose the beach where Wyatt resides. But yeah, let's hop straight into this. Get to the beach expecting to be greeted by early morning tranquility. After all, at this hour, the shore would usually only be populated by early risers like you. With surfers catching waves out in the water, and other beachgoers typically arriving near noon. However, your assumption is proven wrong the moment the beach enters your sight, along with the rows of dark blue pop-up tents that seem to have sprung up overnight. There's a frenetic energy in the area. Lines of people in matching t-shirts gathered together. Oh, gotta warm up. Gotta warm up. I'm running out of my tea too. I have like nothing. They see chatter bouncing between them as they lug buckets and bags of trash in their hands. The center of it all is Wyatt, effortlessly wielding a clipboard and sticking out like a sore thumb in his Sunday best. The rest of the people on the beach being garbed in actual beach-appropriate attire, he looks like he's ready to take on an intensive boardroom meeting rather than some fun in the sun. Those glasses are so cool. He's had the sense to wear sandals at least, which are sticking out from underneath his primely pressed dress pants. Grimly. I don't know. It makes for quite the sight, one that you can't resist commenting on. Oops. Oops. Okay. Right there. Save 9. Wyatt, does the rest of you know you're at the beach? Do you remember to put on sunscreen? Wait, let your hair down, Wyatt. Well, his hair was always down. Was that like a phrase or a joke? I don't understand it. Okay. I'll pick this, because, you know, people don't put on the sunscreen. And there's like this whole, like, community on TikTok where they believe that the sun is like this almighty, like, beam of youth, you know? And I suppose the sun is good for you, but sunscreen is better. Like, put your sunscreen on, guys, every day, no matter what. Reapply it multiple times throughout the day, and you gotta get that I think I said this before. I don't know if I said this before, but that SPF 50 plus, PA plus plus plus. I think I don't know how it goes, but you get the idea. Put your sunscreen on. Wyatt looks up, surprised and entertaining grin breaking out on his face as he registers your words. He raises a brow at you in greeting.
Well,
Fancy seeing you here. You walk back on your heels, and a amused smile on your lips as you eye him curiously. I should be saying that about you. What are you doing here? Are you auditing something?
oh yes, I'm counting every little grain of sand on this beach. It's a real thrill.
You including the ones that got in your souls? He snorts. I've well accounted for those with the way they're taking into my heels. Thank you very much. You let out a laugh. Something much more relaxed about Wyatt now, compared to how he'd been upon your first meeting only yesterday. Something less deliberate and softly polished, in favor of a sharp, carefree wit that stirs the air with sparkling jibes and quick pastes, ripostes? No clue. The man in question looks at you with a mild smile and slightly raised brows, an inquiring light in his eyes. On another note, what are you doing here? Yeah, what is he doing here? Is he like... Sorry, I gotta fix my pillow. Is he like running like a cleanup? They said they were looking... But do I have tents to be out for a cleanup? I have no clue. He gives a deliberate pause, as if coming to a belated revelation. Don't sell me. Maybe perhaps you'd help. Okay, I was right, dude. Well, I mean, it makes sense because the trash bags, but the tents? Oh, maybe they meant like those big, like, kind of like gazebo type of tents. You know what I'm talking about? Like the ones you see like at a fair. Like sellers, probably for shade. I was thinking like camping tents, like they were camping out on the beach for like Lollapalooza or something like that. You could ask you to help with the cleanup. Now I wouldn't mind. I actually do like cleaning up, especially if it's a good environment. UI's clipboard mock. Covet. Covet. Okay, I know the Covet, like covetously. That's just like a weird ass word. Mock, like, okay, like let's let's just dissect this sentence. So I'm eyeing his clipboard. It's in a mocking way, okay? Like I'm teasing. I'm guessing I don't know the definition of it. So I've seen this word before. Like the best I could put up is like suspiciously, like you're planning something, like. And I obviously this is this a stem or an ending, dude? I really like I realized like when I practice Italian, like I realized I don't know shit about English. Like honestly, I can speak it well and read it well, but when it comes to knowing like actual literature, no, not literature. What is that class called? It's not literature. It's probably would just be English, right? I don't know actual English, whatever. Like, you mean? That expression's so cute. Wyatt follows your gaze and clutches the clipboard to his chest. Oh. Is that? Oh, okay. You're prying this clipboard out of my cool dead hands, if that's what you mean. And yes, for the record, I am helping. Keeping things organized during the initial rush. This word, bro, it's like the 5th time. It hurts my heart every time I see it. Isn't for the faint of heart. Oh. Rush isn't for the faint of heart. That's a good one. You know. You cast a cursory glance at the many people roaming about this beach, diligently picking up pieces of trash from the sand with their tongs and grabbers. Yeah, I guess we did like a out show yesterday. There's enough for you to figure out that Wyatt hasn't quite been exaggerating. I see. How long have you been out here? At least an hour now, which means I've had just about more sun than I would have liked. Well, I probably need to reapply my sunscreen. There we go. That's what I'm talking about, Wyatt. You know how to take care of your body. I mean, look at him, bro. Isn't it pretty obvious? Wyatt's son starts out jokingly, and soon evolves into a thoughtful murmur as he touches his face. Look over his clothes once again, unable to stop the bubble of amusement rising within you. Still, you're looking a little over-equipped for a beach cleanup there, champ. Taps his clipboard with the pen that has magically appeared in his hand.
Well,
I am an organizer, meaning I had no small part in trying to wrangle all this into order. You know how many things can go wrong in a small town's weekly beach cleanup? Weekly beach cleanup? Many things to you. Far too many. Small town. I don't know. I guess if the beach is the center of the town, like the beach is Dude, why can't I like pull up these words? I am. I think he's tired. Is. He's tired. I yawned. I was laying on my bed so sleepy, like just like 10 minutes ago, because I sewed like my pants for like an hour straight. Like the crotch had like holes in all of them, so I couldn't wear them. That's sewn. I got to use like red and pink on gray. This just looks great. Pauses as if deliberating, and smiles, sly and mischievous. His next words come out low and drawn out. And, well, it's not like I'm here entirely out of my own volition. It's ensemble as much like tactical choice as a fashion statement. He's in this get up to sneak away from the actual cleanup. You click your tongue in fox disapproval, shaking your head. I hadn't ever thought you'd stoop to such methods, Mr. Wyatt. He closes his eyes, but his grin is one of sharp delight.
I see Kevin's already been a terrible influence on you. Didn't you meet only yesterday?
Yes, he tends to leave an impression. Wyatt's expression morphs into one of half-reluctant fondness and exasperation, That he does. I study him carefully. They leave quite an impression too, you know?
Oh.
He rests his hand on his cheek in one delicate movement, the weight of his attention now fully resting on you. Liquid brown eyes curve up, a teasing smile that now rests on his lips, unable to completely hide the light of interest that flashes within them. Something stirs in your gut, something warm and bright and curious, and you look back with a teasing smile of your own, and look back down. Would you like to know? If you would be so kind. Alrighty. We're finally getting fed. Wyatt is someone who cares about me, that's on, clearly. Kind of like was... I don't want to say his name. I say his name and this whole playthrough gets cursed, bro. I'm not... Scrap that thought, bro. Didn't want to think about him. Wyatt is someone who's used to a wealthy lifestyle. It's obvious, like... What the fuck what is the point of saying this, bro? Wyatt is someone who's just always chasing after ambitions. Yes, but... I feel like this is more like... It seemed like a pretty big deal around here, honestly. What really sticks out to me is that you care more than you let on. A laugh burst out from him at that, both incredulous and amused. Expect to hear of all things. What makes you say that? Think back to what you'd witnessed at this very beach yesterday. A faint pink on Wyatt's cheeks and the performer's cheerful words. He smiled, meeting his eyes. A lot. And I'm not usually right about these things if I do say so myself. Something in your gaze must have caught him off guard, because for a moment, Wyatt pauses, and abruptly looks away, a faint flush tints his cheeks. He coughs into his fist before turning back to you, his usual composure, decisive and self-assured. I slid back into place. There's something softer, more cautiously curious in the air about him.
I'm flattered to hear that you think so. I can only hope that the rest of town is as clear-sighted as you.
Cross your arms, cocking your head slightly. So, I'm curious. What could make the great Mr. Wyatt resort to such insidious fashion strategies? Not being pressed into volunteering under pain of death, are you? Wyatt's lips quirk. He lets out a theatrical little sigh.
Oh.
Nothing quite as exciting as that. You must know I was having a little chat with the organization responsible for spearheading these cleanups. They happened to remember me from when I volunteered back in high school, and one thing led to another. Thus here I stand, at the mercy of the sun and sand on a Sunday morning. I'd really rather be comfortably seated having an egg white frittata, the sigh of fresh squeezed orange juice, complete with the day's newspaper. Unable to keep your surprise from leaking into your voice. I didn't realize you went to school out here. Wyatt smiled slightly, gently tapping his friend on his clipboard. That's so surprising. I realize I don't quite need sued. Excuse me. The laid-back beach is the air for locals. I lived here for a short while too. About 4 years, after which I immediately had to leave for college. And after that, I went about trying to set my own company. Kept me busy for a few years, but, well, I'm back now. Oh, I see. Do you have any tips for this Brine Bay newcomer then? Smile turns mischievous again. Of course. I suggest joining the cleanup. I have the paperwork, and I'm sure we have shirts for you. I'd be more than happy to guide you through the process while I'm here. Why not, bro? Vacation. Brother, you're not leaving this town. You're not leaving the city, dude. Why at last? Sure, let me add. This beach is going to be so clean. Why at last? Eyes curving from her. He's about to reply when a Wyatt. Person donning a cap and t-shirt, identical to the ones in the other volunteers, approaches. With their focus on Wyatt, they pause to give you a friendly nod greeting. Captain told me you'd volunteer to help. I've always known you were a good egg. Good egg in question snorts. It was less volunteer, but more got dragged under duress. The organizer, sorry dude. I'm fighting yawns and hiccups 24/7. The organizer airily waves a hand, cutting him off with a fond smile. Nice to see that you haven't changed. Get your gaze and lower the voice conspiratorially. Wyatt here often volunteered back when he was still in high school. He made sure to be real hoity-toity about it. Hoity-toity? They always follow through. Never once bailed, and that's actually so we are right. That's more than I can say for most. The organizer smiles and pats the now silent Wyatt on the shoulder. Anyway, thanks for all your help, Wyatt. We can take care of the rest if you want to step on out. Is everything taken care of then? It looks like we're gonna be oh yeah, is he gonna leave us? No, he's not gonna leave us. Because we volunteered, he's gonna volunteer with us, right, Wyatt? He's not gonna leave us. Nothing too unusual. There's always people who sign up here but end up bailing. It's just a bit messier because of the recent outbreak of bonfires. Our this wave of vacationers are all finishing up and vacating town, so... I see. Wyatt pauses. You glance at him. He looks rather reluctant, but he's not moving either. Maybe you can help him out. Exactly. Here's where we got a snag with Wyatt on. Would you look at that? Wyatt told me his schedule just opened up. Sorry, I'm bleeding you. Pathetically even. Let's give him puppy dog eyes. Yep. The stare he directed at him is one filled with so much pleading, so much beseeching, that Wyatt has to look away. He looks down, suddenly very intent on examining the grains of sand at his feet. Look at that. How could you reject that face? How could you reject that? The organizer looks between you, confused, before they seem to catch on to what you're doing, and level Wyatt with their own extremely pathetic, puppy-eyed gaze. A silent battle of wills continues on for a few more seconds. In the end, you and the organizer prove victorious. Nothing exaggerated? Beludgered. But I don't think beleaguered. Beleaguered sigh. Wyatt raises his hand and looks at you, lips twitching. Alright. You win. Guess my favorite dreams. I'll join you. Happy? You cheer? Yeah. Thanks, Wyatt. Fantastic. Welcome aboard. You already know what to do, so I trust that you can take things and carry the silent process from here on out. Wyatt waves a hand. Yes, I've got it. Great. Good luck. The organizer bustles off, showing you a comradely wink as they go. And so out of earshot, Wyatt heaves a dramatic sigh. Well, there goes my afternoon nap. He grinned, satisfied. The silent process proves short and quick, and soon you and Wyatt find yourself each equipped with a pair of your very own grabbers. Wyatt clacks his own pair open and shut, examining them with some nostalgia. It's been a while since I've held one of these things. Mentally grip your grabber around the rock. Oh, brother, maybe I should start taking after your naps. But when the hell am I gonna get the time to do that? And it makes me feel like I'm a crab, cleaning up its home over the weekend. A nap analogy. Well, get this over with, shall we? You nod, and you both go forth on your new grand quest. Later, once cleanup has wound down and you've both gathered a respectable amount of litter in your garbage bags, the organizers treat all the volunteers to popsicles. You savor yours, letting the chilly treat chase away the heat stuck to your skin. So, what did you think? What do you think? Do you feel rewarded for having helped? Wyatt hums, criminally biting into the purple popsicle in his hand. Ew. What a monster. Oh, that just made me cringe. Just the thought of buying into a... Oh. Oh. Ugh. I'm thinking of like those cheap popsicles that come like in like it's like the plastics are stuck to two, and like it's like crunchy. Oh, oh, my teeth hurt just thinking about that. Oh, it makes me uncomfortable. That's like the same. Oh, that's the same feel. That's like a dude. I don't know, bro. Dude, my sensory issues have been terrible lately, bro. You know, but I think my worst, bro. My worst one is like chalk on a chalkboard, or like like there's like like those styrofoam like bombs, like the frozen meat like you buy from a store, or like when you like my mom like puts it like in there to thaw out or something in the fridge on top shelf, and the styrofoam like when she pulls it back, the styrofoam like the friction on the plastic. Oh my goodness, dude, that sound would kill me, bro. Like seriously, dude. That's like this like I'm a how you say it? Symbiote. I think that's symbiote. Symbiote. Like a symbiote when what's his name? Not Tom. It's not Toby. Yeah, Toby was throwing the poles in the ground, dude, and fucking vibrating this symbiote, bro. That's how I feel every time. I'm rambling. Sounds bad to remember. Cleanup or the popsicles? Zach's response is deadpan, not wholly unexpected. Popsicles.
This is my favorite flavor. Purple.
Purple is purple flavor? Yeah. The colors are flavors, not the flavors. Purple? Like the color? Yes. Not grape, if that's what you're thinking. No, I don't know what it is. Just that it tastes just the same as it did back in high school. You eyes popsicle. Curious, upon noticing your gaze, Wyatt half-jokingly moves to protect it. Eyes in your own popsicle thief. Make a show of regretfully turning your eyes away, and Wyatt laughs, prompting you to break into a grin. Perhaps you'll check out this purple popsicle for yourself later, before you leave Brine Bay. If not, then you suppose it's tried and you will just have to remain yet another of life's little mysteries. Where should I go now? Is it evening now? Oh, we get to just... So where's this? So we have like little sections. So the park, bookstore, Andrew, right? Theaters. Yeah, let me stay away from. I want to go see Vince. Oh, he's at the diner again. I'm going. Yeah, we'll probably wrap around. You know, I was debating it because like these games are super long, and it was just kind of like my freaking exhaustion speaking for me. These games are super long, and like if it's gonna be like want to talk where I have to go back and get all like if I go back and get all the dialogue for everybody, it's gonna be like 10 hours of recording. Which I don't really mind now that I think about it because most visual novels aren't this long, you know. Like literally 90% of the visual novels I play are demos. This is a demo. Want to talk is a demo, and they are still long, but everything's a demo. So I'll probably will I'll wrap back and get everything. Mm. On entering Cup of Joe Mama's, you're welcomed by a blast of cold AC and the mouth-watering steamed fries and burgers. You expected the diner to be busy with the fabled lunch rush. You know what I'm talking about? At the sour, just with a flash of surprise that you know how it's much quieter than you expected. Still, you find yourself glad that the diner's apparent uncrammed state. At least this way you won't have to wait for a table. You're starving.
Oh.
Hello, Chris. Chris looks up from where he'd been wiping down a table, flashing you a bright welcoming smile. Glad to see you swung by. Let me clean up a few tables and I'll get you seated in a jiffy. Yeah, sure. Take your time. As you wait, you sweep your eyes around the diner's interior. Used plates sit on unattended tables and countertops, accompanied by a fair number of crumpled up napkins and condiment stains. Menus pile up on the counter in a precarious heap. Although Chris is cleaning up at a rapid pace, it still looks like there's been a war zone in here. You very quickly realize that the brunch hour had already come and gone today. Just then your eyes catch a familiar figure, Wyatt, as glamorously put together as ever. He's taking up shop in the booth farthest in the corner, eyes focused on his phone, fork full of eggs hovering near his mouth. You quietly observe him. His plate doesn't even appear to be half eaten. You're pretty sure he's only taken a bite or two, if that at all. The fork full of eggs continues to hover near his mouth, silent and unsure even as Wyatt stares at his phone like it holds all the secrets to the universe. I mean, shit, who's eating eggs at 12? Finally the fork moves, nears his target with grim steadiness, burying the eggs forth to their digestive fate, but then, only a second away, it halts. Wyatt's brows pull together into a frown as he peers at his phone, and the fork is forced to withdraw. I can't take it serious, like, their little face makes me look so, like, angry, like, it just pops up, like, we see this gorgeous man, and then you're about to say something when, here, Theo, got a nice bar stool for you if you're ready. You automatically step forward at Chris's call and guides you over to your seat. As it happens, your designated seat isn't too far from Wyatt's. As you pass by his table, he glances up at you, momentarily distracted, and his eyes light with recognition.
Oh.
Listen, Theo. Can't say I expected to see you again so soon. Nice to see you too, Wyatt. I figured we deserve a nice meal after that whole ordeal at the beach.
Quite. And it's nice to see you as well.
There's a surprising note of soft sincerity in his voice, and that swiftly disappears behind his airy, cat-like smile. Miraculously, Wyatt finally sets down his phone on the table and takes a bite of his food. Immediately, see, like, he doesn't like it. That's probably why. His face scrunches into a small grimace that somehow manages to still look polite. Excuse me, Mr. Topher. That's his last name. Chris Topher. Chris looks up from beside you, attentive and inquiring, though you can't help but note how he looks slightly unnatural, as if he doesn't quite know what expression to make. Is he nervous? Yes. This meal seems to be cold. It's because you haven't ate it, bro. Chris frowns slightly before realization washes across his face. Oh, that plate hit the table nearly 15 minutes ago. If it wasn't eaten on time, it's no fault of the diners. If you'd like, I could pop it into a microwave. No need. That was a concession. His tone comes across as a little belligerent. Something that Wyatt seems to blatantly realize, judging by the stiff expression he's now sporting. Now, bro. Dude. My nose is tickling, like in the inside, like I want to sneeze, but it's not gonna let me sneeze. Chris shows no outward reaction and merely slides you a menu, shooting you a smile. Or does Chris not like him? Tell me whenever you're ready to put in an order. Chris departs, Wyatt miserably starts to nibble his way through his meal. Looks painful. I heard your food tastes good even when it's cold. That depends. Some food tastes worse when it's cold, but pizza will always be better cold. You want to put in another order? You know you can admit defeat and ask for it to be microwaved. No, microwave food is disgusting. Microwaves are only good for like things that can things that can be microwaved, bro, I can't stand the texture of some things. Like I can microwave rice. Rice you can microwave, or like chicken, because it's okay if it's a little damp, like it's juicy. Microwave fries and chicken tenders is disgusting. They get all soggy. That's the worst thing ever, bro. A soggy fry, bro. I can't even let that touch my tongue. I will throw up. Like I can't. Anything soggy, bro. I can't. I just can't do it. I have, yeah. You have another order. No. Maybe he's stingy. Is he stingy with his money? He smiles at your words and shakes his head.
No. It was my mistake for having my phone out on the table. Old habits die hard.
What had you so distracted anyway?
Oh,
Pains me to admit doing something distinctly uncool. I was keeping an eye on my work email. Leaning over with casual interest. Work emails, huh? What do you do? For a moment, Wyatt pauses, almost as if he's considering whether or not to tell you. Hesitation surprises you, but when he speaks a second later, his voice is as natural as ever. I run a software company. Oh, I remember you saying you set up your own company, so it was for software, huh? He smiles. Indeed. HQ is another city, about 3 hours out. My presence here is no obstacle. I've already got people delegated for work. My assistant can handle everything in between. Though I've seen neither hide nor hair of her for a few days now. A pensive look appears in his face before he gives a light shrug, as if physically brushing the thought away. No matter, I'm technically on vacation anyway, so she doesn't need to be here waiting for me. Sounds like you're in a pretty high position. The business keeps me comfortable, if nothing else. You happen to know of why Microsoft? You shake your head. No, I don't. I'm not surprised. People only seem to know if they're very into security software. I don't expect someone still in college, I assume anyway, to think much of these things. Curious, you tap out a cursory search on your phone. And your eyes widen at the wide array of results. Articles, interviews, briefings. All of them show Wyatt as the chief executive officer and founder of Microsoft, which, as far as you can see, holds a pretty good reputation in this field of business. Damn, it seems like you're a pretty big deal. He hums as he picks at his food.
well.
I suppose you could say that, yes? This is gonna take so much longer because we have 7. Like, I'm at. Dude, I gotta figure out how to go back. Vacation? What kind of vacation is this? I guess it's all investment from your family. Wyatt snorts, raising his eyebrows at you.
Well, I assume the same kind of vacation that you're on.
It's not like that. I'm only here because my car broke down, remember? I'm marooned in the middle of. Not nowhere, but you know what I mean. Excuse me. He blinks, looking surprised. Apologies. Slipped my mind. Hope your stay here has been pleasant enough to make up for it, even by a smidgen, at least. You're good. Don't worry. It's certainly been interesting. You tilt your head in thought. 3 hours from HQ isn't that far for a vacation, though. Sharp catch. I'm actually trying to make the shift to remote work. I'm here to sell some property investments, you see. Sharp clang sounds out from the kitchen and jolt in your seat. You hear a low exclamation and the sound of running water. It seems that Chris accidentally dropped the plate while washing up, though by the sounds of it, nothing was broken. The timing's a little too coincidental, and Wyatt seems to think so too, judging by the sudden natural stiffness in his posture. He continues, his face carefully void of any hint of discomfort. I've been searching for a house so I can stay in the city full time. Just then, his phone buzzes again, and Wyatt reluctantly shovels another forkful of food into his mouth. He takes another look at his email and sighs before putting his phone back down. He notices your questioning look, he inclines his head and gestures for you not to mind him. Chris emerges from the kitchen with a small cup of coffee and places it on Wyatt's table. He greets your eyes again as if to ask if you're ready, and you nod. After jotting down your order, he gives you a small smile and disappears back into the kitchen. Sounds of conversation soon drift from inside. Seems like he's talking to a coworker. Wyatt picks to his plate a bit more for a few valiant seconds, then puts down his fork with a muted clink, wrapping his hands around his newly acquired coffee. He takes a sip as he nurses the cup with the relieved air of someone who had just survived a great ordeal. He mumbles to himself then, and he managed to catch the tail end of his words. At least this one is warm. He takes another sip and catches your eye. He raises his cup to you as if making a toast. Tastes the same as it always has, but maybe a little better now. He follows his words with a non sequitur. Queer? Sequitur? Or non sequitur? Well, that takes you aback. Have you been to the restaurant down by the pier? Do you? You shake your head. No. Is it any good? He grimaces. It's an acquired taste. Stopped patronizing that place a good while ago. I prefer it here, compared to the environment that restaurant provides. Oh? I'll make the diner my first resort then. And Mr. Wyatt Quigley's Quigley's? His full name is Wyatt Quigley's? Oh, probably because he, watch. He figured out because of the Google search, and he's gonna be like, how's my last name? Critiques and reviews can't be anything but trustworthy, right? He smirks cat-like. Your insightfulness will take you far, Theo. How we know his last name? Like, has he said it before? Quigley's? It's an interesting last name, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Conversation tapers to an end here, and a series of buzzes comes from Wyatt's phone, and he picks it up with a mild grimace. Shot your way. The true silent comes. Commiserating. Look. It's not long before he's completely absorbed again. Fingers tapping all over his phone screen. You don't mind and proceed to busy yourself with your own matters, waiting for your food to arrive. The wait isn't long, and soon you're tucked into a freshly cooked and notably still warm platter of diner goodness. Halfway through your meal, Wyatt finally unfurls himself from his booth, showing you a look as he gets to his feet. He smiles, a light flashing in his eyes, and moves his fingers in teasing farewell. You wave back and he leaves, proceeding to the counter. You look away, content to focus on your food. Later, you're standing at the register to pay when Chris tells you that Wyatt paid for your meal. You blink, startled. He did? Why? Chris looks just as perplexed as you, though he does a better job of hiding it. Thanks for your company, apparently, no matter how unintentional. Huh. When you leave the diner, you squint in a sudden wash of sunlight shielding your eyes. You hadn't expected that. Not from Wyatt, anyway. Who are you to say no to a free meal? Where should I go now? Bed. I need a break. Oh, brother. Park contact. What are you doing at the park? Store. Are we limited to encounters today? Yeah, let's go see Vince. Vince. Or it's just Vince. Okay, it's just Vince. Oh, that's not Vince, that's freaking Gene. Oh hell no, I don't wanna go see Gene. I don't like Gene. He's an old head. I wanna go see Vince, bro. Okay, it's in between Chris. I kinda wanna see what Andrew's doing though. You arrive at the bookstore. It's significantly quieter than you expected it to be. Through the open door, you can hear the sound of someone humming. The only sign that the bookstore might still have people. You step closer and poke your head through the doorway. Although the store appears to be completely bereft of people, it at least looks like it's off. Not a lot of foot traffic just recently. Stray pieces of trash litter the floor, and crumpled up pieces of paper to worn out flyers similar to the one you had received from Andrew only yesterday. Stickers, crayons, markers, and cut up pieces of paper lie scattered across various tables as a silent testimony to the hurricane of activity that had rolled through this place.
Sorry, we're closed. Is there anything I can...
What a crazy expression. It's that YN power, bro. Andrew appears around the corner. It stops when he sees you, staring with surprise. Do you? You give a little wave. Hey.
Ah.
Are you here for the event? He frowns slightly, looking a little remorseful.
Sorry.
A report that's already over. I'm glad you remembered, though. Gives you a tentative smile. And how'd you get in? We're supposed to be You point to the open doorway behind you. The door is open. A look of realization flashes across his face. I'm gonna grab. I think I might put Andrew. It's gonna be between Andrew, Chris. Nah, I gotta put Chris on. It's probably gonna be Andrew, Vince. I'm not gonna lie. Followed by a trace of embarrassment.
Oh.
We need more CGs. I think I got his CG last time. I got bit by a mosquito last night, or 2 nights ago. And it's so itchy. What might have been last night? I don't know. You know, I forgot something. Andrew moves to hold the door open, but you're too busy scanning the store's interior to notice. Apart from the trash scattered around the store, decorations adorn bookshelves, and several books haven't been returned to their proper places. Ah, bro, my tonsils getting that Bernie scent. I'm gonna look up what the freak that is, bro, 'cause that's annoying. Maybe it's just like a cramp. I don't know, bro. I hate that. You don't see anyone here other than you and Andrew. Are you really going to clean this all up by yourself?
Well.
I did have a few part-timers to help run the event. It was busier than I thought it'd be. I promised them that it'd be a pretty laid-back gig, which it wasn't. He smiled sheepishly. So I couldn't ask them to help with cleanup after putting them through all that. You tilt your head slightly. Exactly. Let's go. We're cleaning today. After a moment of contemplation, you move forward and start cleaning up.
Wait, you really don't need to.
It'll be faster with the both of us. Well, yes, but is my presence bothering you? Well, no, but great. Don't worry, I'll be careful. Andrew stares at you for a moment and holds his hands up in defeat with a laugh. He hands you a broom and then starts to clean up. Moves to start cleaning up himself.
Thanks.
You smile at him. Then the two of you settle into some sort of comfortable rhythm. Oh my goodness. You see when it gets big, dude. You bustle around the store with your broom as Andrew busies himself with cleaning up the various odds and ends on the crafts tables, sweeping the trash into a garbage bag and putting away what needs to be kept. Crushed onto the smell of the foam puzzle mat set up in the corner. According to Andrew, he only puts this out when Book Hook is hosting a reading circle, which is apparently a rare occurrence. I'm just grateful that anniversary celebrations normally come in 5ths or 10ths. If I had to host another one next year, I'd probably fall into a coma. But that's serious?
Well.
That might be a little dramatic, but it was definitely really busy. I mean, how busy can a bookstore get? It's not like, I don't know, how would a bookstore work? Like a bookstore is chill. No, he said he had part-timers, right? So someone would be how big, manning the cashier. Somebody would be helping. Somebody would be cleaning. Like, gonna be. I know it was a celebration, but I guess so. I feel like working at a bookstore would be chill. I didn't think there'd be so many people. I'd ordered extra merch as a kind of keepsake. I hit my cord. Excuse me. Since Book Hook really holds events like that, they all ran out in a flash. Looks like you managed to weather the storm and keep the store in one piece. I say that's pretty impressive. Andrew smiles briefly.
Thanks.
Thanks. I do feel pretty good about pulling it off, but if the next event is going to be just as busy. He winces jokingly. I might just pull it off till the 50th anniversary. Put it off. Speaking of, have you ever read this series? Childs of Tempests, I mean? I think most kids did growing up. It was pretty special to me. I actually picked it up right here in the store. Andrew sweeps his gaze around the shelves of the store, something far away entering his eyes. I wasn't much of a reader, but I wasn't really big on the outdoors either. I spent most of my time playing games with myself and hanging out with friends. I was one to hang around the store back then. The one time I did, the owner took me around and told me about all of his favorite books. That was not always Book Hook's owner. Someone else made this place into what it is. Anyway, until that I was a bit interested in the trial series. I just thought that the covers looked cool at the time, and it was nice enough to let me borrow it instead of paying for it like I should have. He smiles to himself. I know you're not really supposed to judge a book by its cover, but I'm glad I did. Do you think still holds up as a series after all? What's your favorite book in the series, and when this changed your relationship for you? Yeah, actually. I still like going back to it every now and then. My own copies are pretty worn down at this point. I have a source of straight up taping my spines together to keep them from falling apart. Andrew twirls a marker on his fingers, looking thoughtful. I don't know if I'm as moved by it as I was when I read it for the first time, but it's true that I really enjoy it. Dude, like I said, I'm going through Percy Jackson, dude. Oh, I love it. I love it, bro. I remember reading it when I was elementary school, watching the movies, the two little crappy movies. Dude, it's such a good series, bro. I would say that the world building can feel a little amateurish sometimes, though. Bro, I love bro, we need more like you need more like ore farming moments in Percy Jackson. Like when Nico was at the, like when Jason and Percy fought at the cornfields, bro. Like when like Nico, like he blacked out and he just fucking went crazy. Like we need more shit like that. Like, bro, Percy Jackson, like Percy is so overpowered, but like he doesn't, like it's so annoying. Like when he choked out what was it? He choked out that one lady. No, he either choked out. Did he choke out that lady, or did he choke out, I don't know, Nyx, or what? I know she's like the chaos or something. I don't know who it was. I don't remember. I'm thinking about Hades right now. I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know if they share the same name. I don't know. But like, bro, he was taking the water from inside their body and choking on it. Like that's like, dude, he could literally do that to anyone, unless they're not they're not consisting of water. But I digress. Percy Jackson, bro. Percy Jackson needs to lock back in. That's all I can say. Start sweeping the areas around the craft tables. As Andrew, like, and then, bro, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, but you know what pissed me off when Annabeth went all like, she's like, don't do that, bro. You're scaring me. Like, okay, I get it, but dude, Percy just, man, like 50 different curses, like 50 different curses for you, okay? and he's trying to save your life. Like he's doing that because he wants to save your life. Like bro, save it for when Percy isn't dying dying where he stands. Like come on, bro. That was really annoying. That was low key annoying, but it's whatever. I do love how glorified the relationships are in Percy Jackson. So that was a little saddening. Um, he made it so easy. I haven't got that far, but like Nico went from saying like he had a crush on Percy and like admitting it. Snap, bro. Next book, bro. Nico and Will are dating. Like I bet they would probably go back more into the backstory of how it came to be in the Nico adventures, but I haven't got that far, so we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. But I haven't been reading it. I usually just read in school, but they did a phone ban, bro. So if they don't let me have my phone, I'm gonna die, dude. Start sweeping the areas around the craft tables as Andrew moves to carefully remove the meticulously cut paper decorations adorning the bookshelves. How about you? Much a reader? Yes, I am. Looks at you over his shoulder, a smile in his eyes. Promise I won't judge if you aren't. Yep. What? Oh, is it like at? Okay. As much as I appreciate the assurance, yeah, I am. I've been reading for a long time. It's something I really enjoy. Now it's an understanding. You should give me some recs sometimes. You all want my recommendations, bro. He smiled teasingly. Did you even read them? He laughs. Fair question. But since you're recommending them, I'll do my best. You empty your loaded dustpan into a garbage bag, before straightening, shooting Andrew a glance. You know, that explains quite a bit. Like what? Just around the store, the remains of the celebration. All this, from what I've seen, you pulled in quite a crowd. May have caught you by surprise, but with how everything seems to have went smoothly, it's clear you went above and beyond. He pauses. It seems they didn't expect to hear those words. I guess I did do more than I usually would. Compared to the things like office signings anyway. Not that I host a lot of those. Oh, so he writes a book? He writes... What? Or there's like... what? Like, I don't know. He falls silent and smiles at you. Small but pleased and a little shy. After that, your conversation ebbs into a pleasant lull. You and Andrew move to the tactic. Wait. Oh. Understanding, tightening up the sword bit by bit. For a while, the soft rustles and clatters from your movements are the only sounds to fill the store, echoing almost comfortingly in your ears. Take a look at the sky through the windows. It's starting to darken now. Once orange radiance slowly giving way to a veil of ink dark purple, like paint spilling across the canvas. You remember your first meeting with Andrew. Only yesterday, you've been sitting in front of an easel, smudges of black crayon on his face and hands. You wonder if he'd be able to paint these skies, capture them with some medium. Oops. You wonder if he's ever tried before. The sound enters your ears. Then, a soft humming, quiet in volume, yet nevertheless almost bright and upbeat in its tune. It somehow sounds familiar, but you can't quite put your finger on why. You shift your gaze to the source. Andrew appears to be fully absorbed in his cleaning. A small smile rests on his face as he hums, gentle and unguarded. You don't think he even realizes that he's doing it. It's then that you recognize the tune. Popular children's song that's likely sung in most kindergarten classrooms, usually accompanied by the sound of clapping little hands. Something about Andrew's... Dude, I'm struggling. Choosing that song of all things is kinda funny and maybe a little cute. Showing in. Your voice joins in on the action, humming along. For a moment, your voices meld together amongst the tranquil stillness within the bookstore. Then Andrew halts, his voice abruptly cutting off. You look at him, confused, longing to see him staring at you, cheeks flushed pink.
Sorry.
Embarrassment is clear as day on his face. It looks like he wants to burrow into a crack in the ground.
I'm just... I'm usually... I'm used to being alone. That kind of just came out of habit. Sorry.
What? You laugh. It's fine, there's nothing to be sorry for. I actually think it's a little cute. Blush on Andrew's face darkens. I. He pauses, floundering, unable to meet your eyes. Thank you? I'm gonna laugh again, but he suppresses it for his sake. Instead, you keep humming, picking up where you left off. This time, it's your voice that rings across the space around you, humming a tune that brings back idle memories of childhood antics. It takes a moment. Andrew soon joins you, quietly at first, but clearer and more confident as time goes on. Your song fills the store as you continue cleaning and closing down for the day. The door closes behind you with a soft click. After a long, eventful day, you wrap things up with a nice hot shower and get into some fresh pajamas. As you head towards the bed, you can't help letting out a small laugh and shake your head when memories of today flash to your mind. There isn't a dull moment around here, huh? Oh, you. You plug your phone before you pull the covers back and flop onto the comfortable mattress. Alright, time to settle in for my nightly strolling. Let's see. Lulu comms open, saving up to escape, accepting all mortal possessions of hand raise and bow. Dark and moving rats waking up, so got a headache from this morning. Okay, who cares? Just a reminder for those who have little escape artist pets, please make sure you keep your doors closed when grabbing your mail. Who the fuck came up with the Limber fandom name? Hate? Thanks for everyone who showed up today. If they ever receive it, we got more in the store coming up soon. Now? What is this, bro? Anyone want to join my super cool chat server? I highly recommend Purple Popsicles or straight tomorrow day at work or any time of day, really. Wyatt really likes Quigley Ink. Quigley. Allergies 1 and me 0. Telekinesis practice is finally paying off the dog post now. No internet. In case I'm going off grid for a while, probably not gonna die. I know it's pickles. Pickles are good. How about that? Seeing so many people in the flesh really made me realize just how many people are out there supporting. Thank you guys so much for your kindness in this scenario. Things are often chopped and cooked for food served and ate. I see one more pickle. Murder on the wall. Who's the most grotesque boy of them all? I'm playing cute cat, you know what I mean? Mega cat, please help me beat the Dark Lord. I didn't mean to post that. Vince. Oh, it's Vince. Stay safe, everyone. Stay safe, everyone. Stay safe, everyone. Well, go there, look, give a little better. I should keep an eye on the success I worked for it. Alley of the square, watching ideas to reach results. Thanks for the team that built some coastline mag. I thought I said mall. Like what? For the future, always a privilege to share my journey. Tickets on sale, go buy, go, guys. Song dogs, like my life. Please bought 4 packs, so I can't eat all say that because it's signs. Anyone know how to click right? Do I need 7 energy decks? No, I'm like, dude, these like one of the annoying quirky ones. He's so, I don't know, he's just irritating, bro. Andrew, cute. Don't worry, passengers arrive. And only at work, told me I run a grandson. I cry. Actually, a lot of the hour after my shift. Mark keeps trying to rip loud, so I'm on the phone. Someone tell me why the vending machines ate my. Okay, we're back. Alright. The words and colors begin to blur on the screen. Your eyelids start to droop like they're being held down by heavy weights. I think it's finally sleep. A sleepy press of a button, your phone screen turns black, and you limply plop it beside your phone. Your eyes shut as the soothing sounds of the beach from the slightly open window lull you to sleep. Off to the dream world you go, preparing you for another eventful day tomorrow. And today is Monday. Oh no, dude. How long is this, bro? We're an hour in, bro. We're 2 days in. Wait, already did we start? No, I think we started Saturday. Yeah. Who should I talk to today? Well, today Bird started, so I guess Town Square. Okay, we got our Vince. What are you doing in Town Square? Are you trying to socialize West Suburbs? I think we'll get to go see Chris. Yeah, I think we'll get to go see Wyatt. So let's go see Vince first. So quiet in Bryan Bay in the morning. You think you could hear a pin drop anywhere? For a town this small, you would have thought there'd be a chorus of good mornings and hey to people as they pass one another by. But maybe that kind of thing only happens in movies. It'd be more interesting. There was some beachy rock anthems back. What's that dude? What does he yell? Buenos Aires. I don't think it's Buenos Aires. I don't know. I don't know which language he speaks. But he goes around and yelling at people. He's like if they don't say anything, he yells it. Let me see. Oh hell no. I can't find him, bro. I don't know. Let me put my phone before I start. As you approach the center of town, the pulse of its sleepy denizens picks up as you hear the sweet croning of a street performer, humming and singing along to some song you heard in the top 40s the other day. Tell me it's not Vince. Simon's his harmonic compliment, buzzing away on a harmonica for a jazzy interlude. Why not? A worthy performance deserves a worthy. Dig out whatever loose dollars and coins are in your pockets. $3.22. They're tossed into the case as an offering. The stars at the morning hours. Well, the morning hour often small. What? The stars of the morning hour often small smiles as your reward. Offer. Offer. You step aside to make room for passerby on the boardwalk. Some of whom, like Goliath, toss a coin or two into beautiful buskers. It isn't as if you have anywhere to be this morning. The music's nice and the weather's pleasant enough. There are still some vendors sticking around after Saturday's event. Maybe you could grab a coffee or something to snack on and hang out until the set's done, or until you figure out something else to do. As you start to search for somewhere to enjoy the music, you find the slowly swaying figure of a man that acts more like a metronome than a person. He's so cute. Vince's attention fixes on the musicians that played, fingertips tapping idly at the tops of his knees, offbeat for a second until he finds the rhythm. He's murmuring something to himself, tap tap tapping against his dark jeans. As he tips his head up, about to let loose a note, he catches your gaze instead. The sunny expression on his face gives way to its usual cloudiness. His lips seal and Vince is suddenly at all sharp angles, fingers scenting where they rest, so he's forgotten how to relax the joints in his hands. His voice is a little higher than it usually is, and he interrupts himself with the cough into his hand, then slumps forward again, headphones swinging as he does. Hey? How long were you? He lifts his finger through the air, as if gesturing to the entire plaza. I didn't see anything if you didn't want me to. Oh. Great, so you saw the whole thing. I'll be right back. whole thing. Already forgot, I don't even have eyes. He smiles quietly as he allows his arms to drop into his lap. Glad we're on the same page. Mind if I? Gesture toward the seat beside him. He shakes his head, making room for you and your things. He draws into himself, and the two of you share the quiet of the town square. Behind you, the water of the fountain babbles beat off from the former performers, who have since changed keys from pop songs to an unfamiliar ballad. Oh, that one's... Vince doesn't turn to look at you. You watch as he turns a hand towards the sky. They're just moving along, but you can only assume it's the neck of an invisible instrument. That song, it's... they've played before, but it sounded different from the last time. How can you tell? He shrugs noncommittally, as if that's a fine substitute for an answer. But you listen to him while he searches for the words and try to pick out what's unique about the melody. I hear them all the time when I come through. I think they're trying to ditch original songs now instead of covers, but people don't really stop to listen to them as often. True to his word, you know some of the listeners had dispersed, but you lend your ears to the chorus to try hear what Vince listens for. It's a light, breezy song. Sorry, that was loud, but you don't think it's eclectic enough to never make it to the radio. I'm so tired, dude. Yeah, I get something out. That was a terrible noise, dude. I sound like a ghoul. I don't know how I just made that noise. What does it sound like to you? What's it sound like to you? What does it sound like to you? I asked you first. It's expectant. Attention firmly placed on you in a change of pace from the usual. Vince normally searches for any reason to not see you. He wants an answer. So, what is it? You can't say that you know. It sounds like it's giving Brian Bain in the back. I asked you second. Yeah. The conversation tapers off. It really been that bad of a joke. I thought it was pretty harmless, but maybe Vince just doesn't know what to do with it. Oof. I know I go back now. They make a great cover band, but I don't really hear anything unique about them. Okay, I think they sound nice. Nice how? Okay, Mr. Music Expert Tilami. It's given its stylist. I don't know, it's nice, easy on the ears, and I like it. Nothing else. I kind of want to see if there is a right choice. Like, how am I supposed to make you something that's not bad? Maybe he likes that. Maybe he likes like thinking like, yeah. His very hesitant voice almost makes you second guess your answer. Just a listening test that you weren't prepared for. Yeah, and you're just saying, not all the way there. You can kind of hear what they want to sound like. But is different from actually sounding, right? The sound continues on, and the two of you listen to contemplate silence as Vince smells his way through each successive note. Against his better judgment, you catch him swaying in the corner of your eye, his fingers pressed against imaginary strings. The furrowed brow, you watch as his concentration only furthers until he hits a sour note. I think it's that one. I didn't realize you had perfect pitch. His shoulders draw in, and Vince glances in your direction. His hands instinctively go to the back of his neck, as if it does anything to hide the embarrassment. I don't just listen to a lot of music. That makes sense. Bro, when you listen to so many, you listen to so much, like, I don't know, since I feel like when electronic is like a lot more, vast than like normal like pop or rap. Maybe I can say that. Like, electronic in any sense is just a much more vast genre. I could say that. It's like if you compare like a mainstream song to like even like a mainstream like Marshmallow song. It's more vast. You know what I'm saying? So when you listen to a lot of shit like that, you kind of start to pick throughout the beats because you're really listening for the beats. You're not listening for the lyrics or like the lyrics are like you know what I'm talking about. Like so you're looking you look through like what makes this sound different. Like what makes this different. You look through all the little things. But it's kind of odd, you know, how some people they can't tell when their pitch is off. Like when they make a beat and they're on the wrong key. Acquired acquired knowledge. Obviously, is what knowledge is. I don't. I just listen to a lot of music. Yeah, I can tell. He has his headphones nearly all the time. You have to imagine that he did spend a lot of his time listening to it when he was going around by himself. What's wrong with what they're playing? You sound like you had it all figured out. It's just, I think if they picked a different chord, it might resonate better. It just sounds like they're trying to get away from the folk pop vibe that they have, but it's boring. Like, it's just more pop trash. Yo, chill out, bro. Not that there's nothing wrong with people liking pop music and whatever, but it didn't sound the way they should. This one sounds right, or you know, it's kind of. I keep rambling on. That's how I feel about Nate Sib right now. Like I'm excited for Nate Sib, and like I love Nate Sib, bro. He literally like he's the GOAT. Like Rush, like he's the GOAT. But he's about to drop his first studio album, bro, and he dropped a single that's going. He dropped all the singles that are going in it. He dropped All I Needed, which was like kind of butt. He dropped Face Card, which is whatever. He dropped Let You Go is whatever. And like they're all good songs, okay, don't get me wrong. But you could tell he's trying so hard for like that pop, like that mainstream pop sound. Like people are calling the songs like music you hear in like a shoe store, and that's such a good description for it. Because this is like it's not Nate Sib. Like when you're comparing Nate Sib and Zayn Arky, bro. Zayn Arky, Can't Afford, Need You, like Rush, like that's Nate Sib sound, okay? Whatever he's trying to push out, this country pop garbage needs to stop, okay? Needs to stop. Nate Sib's not you. Get back in the studio, Kim J, bro. Enough is bullshit, okay? Enough of this. I'm done with this. This album better. I don't know, dude. He's focusing too much on his voice. He needs a different like all the beats are too simple, and it's just you need to combine it perfect. We need a Rush V2. Not that there's anything wrong with people liking pop music and whatever, but it didn't sound the way it should. This one sounds right. He likes that kind of thing, but he waves off with his hand dismissively. Not for me. This kind of sound would work for him. Vince allows the words to fall away, his lashes lowering a fraction as he returns his full attention to the performers again. The lead singer longingly mourns her relationship, wistful as she croons about how she's about to make another mistake. But sorry. Or, sounding pretentious maybe? I sound like those dicks that say that every oldie's better or whatever. Nah, I just didn't know you cared so much about music. But music is life, like that. I'm a little hurt, like, to I was like, that I wasn't invited to your one-man show. You play? I dabble. You're looking at the 5th running champion of the National Air Drumming Competition. Didn't know I was sitting next to a professional. I try not to let fame get to my head. I need to remember the little people and everything. He very inelegantly fails at not snoring. Have you tried talking to them, the band? Oh, what? No. It's just my opinion. I'm not a professional or anything, so it's not like I should tell them what to do or what they should sound like. It's if that's what they want. It'd be kind of like telling a chef, hey, you could cook this better, or like, yeah, obviously, but you don't say it to someone's face. It's where his little curves, oh my goodness, into the tips of his callous fingertips, burning them red. Maybe they like it. What do you mean? Like, maybe they appreciate it. You've been listening to them for a while. Well, yeah, you've been sitting next to me the whole time. No, that isn't what I mean. You don't think it sounds like sumptuous or anything? Why would it? I'm just some guy. I've known them since they started, but that's kind of what it is. I don't know, I usually listen to more alt rock. You hear the pause, pinch up his breath as he considers his words. I mean, bro, who would have guessed? We don't get to be picky about talent. You hear enough of a good thing, and I don't know, it's just good, you know? You end up liking it. He laughs, looking over at the group with the kind of fondness you'd imagine that he reserves only for people that he cares about. Kind of reverential. Nisco's characteristically quiet again, easing neatly into old habits as he listens. The band switches to a different song. He didn't recognize this one either. His brows for holy cow, he hates this song. Like that, but this fight's too dark. Brows furrow, soft caramel of his eyes sharpening with a renewed interest as he starts to mumble something again. For all of his worries, you wonder if he's considering it. It's obvious at a glance for you that he pays some careful attention. Not maybe as just a fan, but as someone who cares about the work that they're putting out. Dude, this is something you never ask someone who has social anxiety because dude, that's literally all they think about is the worst possible scenario. I guess you don't want to. That they didn't want my opinion, I should go fuck off. Dude. It's possible. I don't know them as people. No one normal is going to say that if you're being polite. And you're going to be polite. The worst thing they could say is thanks and ignore you. Isn't that worse? Is it better than not saying anything at all? Closed mouths don't get fed. Then stares back at you, mouth half open as he tries to find the words for what he wants to say before settling on a contemplative silence. Go up there and hold his hand. At first you think you might have offended him, but he sits up. Words come one after another in that shy, ambling way that he always does. There's another act after this if you want to listen to me. She's a violinist, pretty good for her age. You don't have to, but it'd be nice if you did. Ben smiles warmly at you in an open invitation, but it's clearly his name to really keep you here if you don't want to be. Whether you answer or not, you suspect he'll still be here, just as he was before you arrived. Still, you see it in the slight slope of his shoulders as he goes back to listening. He's thinking about what you said, even if for only a little bit. When the band finishes up, he says goodbye with quiet reluctance, simply saying it's time to move on to the rest of his day. Where should I go now? Wyatt, where are you at? Oh, what the hell are these choices? I could go see Kai. Kai looks like a... He looks like an axolotl. He looks like an axolotl, bro. He reminds me of some... I'm like, I don't know what to say, bro. Actually, the ugliest shit I've ever seen. Contacts. Park. I'm gonna see Chris, bro. I'm gonna see my hottie. You see enters a couple of Joe Mamas. Your empty stomach and desperate need for a hot meal. That's what you get for skipping breakfast today. Oh, it's actually called. Oh, it's actually called that. I thought it was. It says Cup of Joe before, so I thought it was just a joke. If I saw it the first time. I can say that. Odie shuts the door, bringing you inside. You're instantly assaulted with a cacophony of chatter, clinking plates, and sizzling pans. The place is packed with patrons. Some larger groups squeeze into booths, while singles are pressed shoulder to shoulder at the counter. Holy shit. It's about Chris zipping back and forth across the diner floor like a blurry bolt of strawberry blonde lightning. He expertly balances the tower of plates in one hand while serving drinks with the other. Another server feeds past him with a tray full of freshly grilled pancakes and various brunch fare. She quickly serves them before dashing to another table. Order up for table 5. Cook's curious voice rings loudly amongst the noise by the service window. Her hair clings to her forehead. She still beams at Chris when he approaches, empty tray in hand. It's not a lot worse though. Even the staff clear outnumbered. You glance over and blink at the downy piles of to-go-os by the entrance. I've seen lunch rushes before. This is rough. Wonder how they handle it every day. I know, doing all this for what? $12 an hour? Shout. I gotta get a better job. I really do. Ugh. A long drawn out sigh comes from beside you, and you look over to see a man. Find a man standing a few feet away, tapping his foot impatiently. Frown on his face deepens as he shakes his head, muttering something to himself under his breath. I hate disrespectful customers and rude customers. I just don't understand, like, what could be, like, how could you, like, I don't even understand how people, like, can be rude. Like, how can you not be embarrassed? Or, like, how can you just, how can you be rude? How can you be rude? I don't understand it. Like, have you no shame? Like, dude, I was closing one night, and I was at the front line, you know, I was cleaning up. I had my headphones in. I come in to grab. I go in the front line about before I have to grab something. The dude honks at me from the window. He looks at me like he narrows his eyes and like he curls his mouth into like what's up, like what are you doing, bro? Like he throws one hand up, like, bro, what the hell? Like, mind you, bro, we close at 10. It's 9:54, mind you, and he's over here, like, bro, 6 minutes from close, and it's not even like Epi might have been deliberately ignoring him, or my coworker, but I just blurred out, but you guys don't know Epi, so it doesn't matter. I blurred it out, but like, I wasn't, like, I'm a cook, you know, so my anxiety is terrible, so I don't take any orders, I don't talk to anybody, I just wear my headphones, and I don't talk to my coworkers, and I do my own thing. So I just kind of glanced at him, and I turned away, like, I'm not doing this. Like, what are you, bro? You come 6 minutes from close, and it's the whole reason I brought this up is not because I'm like venting my frustration with this customer. I'm just trying to give an example. Like, I'm trying to understand why that man was irritated. Like, how could you be irritated in this situation? I just don't understand how people feel certain emotions. Like, what gives you the right to be irritated when you decide to leave your house to get food? You're too lazy to cook, okay? You decide to leave your house when it's pitch black outside, 9:54, 6 minutes from closing, and you'll get no response. 6 minutes from closing, bro. Everyone's focused on closing up. You get no response, and then you have the audacity to get irritated. What is wrong with you? What gives you the right? I don't understand it. And this dude's probably sitting here. You see, there's 400 people in this diner, bro. Employees running around, scrambling around, working hard, and you have the audacity to get impatient. Like, sit the fuck down and get on your phone, bro. Okay, I'm done. Okay, that turned into me venting my frustrations, which I said I wasn't, but me not understanding the audacity of these customers turned into frustration. The frown on his face deepens and he shakes his head, muttering something to himself under his breath. Or at least if you're frustrated, keep it to yourself, bro. Like, why do you have to ruin other people's days and be mean? I hate mean people, bro. Hate mean people. Mean people are so mean. Shouldn't have gotten enough bed sitting. Leans against the wall, idly playing with the please wait to be seated sign with one hand, rocking it back and forth. Chris quickly approaches you both, slightly out of breath, but still maintaining that bright warm smile. He tilts his head towards you before offering an apologetic look. Thank you for waiting. I'm sorry, sir, but our last table is taken. It'll be a bit of a wait for one, if that's okay. The man grumbles, glancing between the crowd diner and the phone in his hand. Maybe I should take my chances at the beach instead. Almost out. It's 9:51. Ooh. Oh. Chris, I got the side of hash browns for the table. Oh, hello. Grace drops a bit as she approaches Chris with a plate in hand. At first, a word you might have offended her somehow, but you follow her line of sight towards the man. She seems to be wary of him, shuffling slightly close to Chris, despite the shift in her attitude. She manages to muster a awkward smile. That's weird. Is there something up with this guy? I'm sorry if you've been waiting long, sir. Chris in a hurry, still like some delicious food. We all still to go. Dan sighs, his frown smoothing out a bit, and dropping his shoulders in defeat. Maybe. It's just my luck that I finally had a break and it had to be during lunch rush. Gates of bad luck, huh? Well, I've got just the thing. She hands a plate of hash browns to Chris and reaches for the apron pocket, pulling out a salt shaker. You stare curiously as she shakes a dish on top for tossing over her left shoulder. And just like that, all bad omens are gone. Come on, don't be shy. Super important that you throw it over your left. What? He blinks slowly as if he's trying to process what just happened. A few awkward beats later, he extends an open hand and she grins, shaking a good pinch of salt into it. She nods encouragingly and he takes his hand back before doing a quick jerky toss over his shoulder. He gives her a wildly stiff smile, almost like he's unused to making the expression. Nice. So how about I get you a menu? Is that everything you could possibly think of? Sorta. Sure. Thanks. Chris clears his throat, gathering your attention back to him. He inclines his head towards the seating area with the menu tucked in his arm. I'm so confused why she was acting like... What the hell? That was weird. You followed him trying to slowly take a glance at her shoulder at the stranger. As you think about it, he looks kind of familiar. Maybe you've seen him before. Is he a problem customer for you guys? That's what I was guessing. But Chris briefly turns his head to look at the man before shaking his head. Not exactly. Cheating situations look complicated. Chris slides the menu on the table in front of you as soon as you're seated. Anyways, sorry about the wait. Take your time looking at the menu and holler for me when you're good. Actually, what's up? Okay, see, look it. This is another thing that I would like. I like being a helpful person, but one, I barely know you, Chris. Two, we're in the middle of a busy diner. And three, why would I do this? Like, it's different when you're like, it's different when I'm like on the beach cleaning up and like talking to a friend. But in this environment, like, dude, I'm not. Well, why would you ever do this? Why would anyone ever do this? Like, I don't understand. Like, I feel like the secondhand embarrassment would be death tier. Like, honestly, you would get so many. Like, what could you even help with? Honestly, what could you even help with? This is such a dumb. I don't even want to click this. Just stop. Just delete this, please, bro. What the fuck is that option, dude? Just think about that. Oh my goodness, that's so terrible. I don't know why that option disgusts me so much. It's the thought of running around in a diner helping out as a customer. Sorry, at least it was tough to explain, but I can't help but wonder. You know how he's talking about his bad luck? I think it's a real thing. I don't have a concrete proof to back it up. I'm not the superstitious type. Crazy things happen when he's around. Like what exactly? There was a fire incident that one time in the soda machine, cash register. Oh my god, this all happened while he was here? Yeah, again, he's not a bad guy. In fact, he warned us about it in the first place. I don't believe in that sort of thing, but you never know. It'll be okay, I promise. One lunch. Bro, stop with this fucking word. Stop it, bro. This is my bad luck, okay? You guys are frying me. Finishes everything. Once lunch rush finishes everything, let's on again. Really? Wow. That's a very insightful thinking. Things run like a well-oiled machine if it seemed like it. Sierra's great with cooking and serving customers, and Marie, part-timers cooking her feed. She had a quick look over her shoulder and noticed several more people waiting by the front for a table. Jane's pointing at something on the menu, Sierra nodding as she jots it down. Marie speeds through the diner with ease, avoiding a kid standing in the middle before balancing a hefty stack of plates. Soon enough, most of the diner's heads will go with a child down their food. Chris makes a cursory glance around just to make sure, and he breathes out a small sigh of relief. Looks exhausted. They all do. The matter thing is, I mentioned this in the first episode. This is a crazy outfit, okay? I would never wear a hoodie, okay? I wear a long sleeve shirt. A hoodie is crazy. Hoodie is crazy work. Like you're definitely sweating, bro. Chris huffs a soft laugh and soft gaze directed at you. You can tell what you're thinking with that look on your face. We pride ourselves on being able to handle things, so it's fine, really. Okay, if you're sure. On the bright side, I guess having this kind of Rush on a Monday is a good thing, right?
Oh,
Definitely. Honestly, we all regulars big time for keeping this place afloat. Most of your customers regulars. I guess diners are nice. Diners? I wonder if diners get more. I guess it wouldn't really. But the only bad thing about being a cook is that you don't really get tips. You do all the I want to say all the work, but you're like the backbone, okay? You're like the backbone. Like you cook all the food, you do all the dishes, you clean all the trays, you like bro. And I mean like sure, everyone always, but whenever the people tip, they always think about the service. They don't think about the food. That's the whole reason you came here, okay? You didn't come to a restaurant for the service. You came to a restaurant for the food, okay? And when you think about the food, you think about the cook, okay? You don't think about the person who brought it to you. You think about the person who made it, okay? You think about the person who's sweating down the fryer, okay? But you know where the tips go to? The tips go to the freaking workers. And you know, I commend I mean like the servers or whatever, the cashiers. I commend them, okay? Because you're talking to those dickheads and all those weird people, and I commend you, okay? But, you know, it would be nice to get some love sometime. It doesn't even matter, bro. Anytime I do get a tip, I ask my mom. Yep. They've got some folks from at least 2 generations back that have been coming here since my parents opened Cup of Joe's. Oh, parents? Mamas. That would be so cool. Work. I know, no, we're not. Cause some parents are just dickheads, bro. I would know. The diner isn't much of a historic landmark compared to other spots in Bryan Bay, but it's been a staple for the community. Honestly, after my dad got sick, I was worried about the future of this place when the guys see it doing well. I'm going fast. I'm speeding up there. I got like that boost of energy after sitting down for long enough. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. Is he doing okay? Chris off with a small shrug and a snot doesn't reach his eyes. Yep, no worries. I've got everything under control. Anyway, Thunder's metallic thunk from the kitchen suddenly cuts him off and he startles. The noise attracts some curious and mildly concerned looks from several patrons as they look up from their tables. Sorry, let me go check that out. I'll be right back. He sprints over and through the staff door, leaving it swinging wildly back and forth. Mumbling voices emerge from the Bro, what's up with back and forth and rush with this diner, dude? Kitchen window, but it's possible to make everything out when you're sitting. He moves fast before he comes back out, looking more haggard than earlier. He stops by each table, talking to them in a gentle, apologetic tone, and bowing his head to every single one. By the time he makes it to the booth next to you, you notice several people shaking their hands and slipping out of their seats, leaving the diner with a huff. I'm terribly sorry, but our stove is completely out of commission, so all hot foods can't be prepared. But anything that doesn't need to be heated up is still for grabs. You got a good assortment to choose from. He receives a few grumbles of displeasure and he bows again, offering another round of apologies. Your last one left to break the bad news to, but as he straightens his back and catches your gaze. You toss a thumbs up to him and he gives you a wry smile, mouthing him sorry. You shake your head and give him the okay hand sign, and shows something of relief at your understanding. He turns his back to you, making a beeline to the invited table. Even though a few tables open up, they're a mess. Quick look. See, I don't understand people who leave their tables a mess. Okay? Just don't. Why? You're dirty, bro. Yeah, I hate people who have such a. Okay, I'm hating a lot this freaking video, but there's so many things that piss me off. Why are people so close-minded? Why are people so just how can you eat and just leave it a mess, bro? Like, how can you have such bad manners, bro? Like, I can't, bro. I can't. There's so many things like you know, another thing that pisses me off, people who spit everywhere. Ugh. That's thinking about it makes me angry, bro. I'm playing baseball, bro. Don't know why, bro. Remember my teammates, bro. All the time. Spit everywhere. All over the turf. Spit seas all over the... I don't understand it, bro. Don't understand. Why are people... Like, I'm messy, okay? I'm messy, okay? I'm messy. I'm laying... Right now, okay? I see 3 cans on my... Okay, on my desk beside me. 3 cans of Arizona green tea. 3 containers of cheesecake slices, okay? Yeah, I got it's just messy, okay? I got all my hair supplies and toothbrush and shit. I'm messy, okay? I got clothes on the floor. I'm messy, okay? I'm not dirty, but I'm messy. I'm messy in my own comfort, okay? in my room. I keep my room messy because I'm lazy, okay? But the second I step out of my house, bro, like I go to the gym, why do you not spray the seat down and clean it after you use it? Are you that lazy? Are you that disgusting, bro? There's so many little things I just don't understand, bro. How do you do this? How do you do the things you do? How do you do the things you do? I'm gonna leave it at that. How do you do the things you do, okay? Without thinking about how they look. A quick look at the front makes you wince at the sight of more people waiting in line. Now than when you were seated. Leah agrees to him energetically, maybe a bit too strongly before she... Leela, what is up with this word? Rushes to a dirty table with a cleaning rag. I know Chris told me they're used to this, but the kitchen malfunctioning on top of everything seems too much for just a 3. 3? Nah, okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. That's like the most we have at our place, bro. And the Russians be getting wicked, bro. It's so good. I'll be the only cook. Oh my goodness, dude. Now I'm saying the word. I'm saying it, bro. They got me saying it. Is there something I can do to help? They're gonna force me to help? Okay, I guess I'll see. Like, if I was like if okay, I don't know. I feel like it's not like a bad thing to do. I know I was tweaking out over the thought of it, but I feel like just the embarrassment, like people looking at you, like who is this random ass dude fucking taking my, like, get the fuck away from my food. You're not taking my food. I think I'm like some like dude just trying to stash their food. It's funny. Can I have one? Clean some tables. Why not? Let's get up and go clean some fucking tables. It's not like you when someone's struggling, so you get plug a handful of napkins and it's your closest dirty table. Thankfully, this table only has one empty plate and 2 cups, so you make quick work of stacking those together and use a napkin to wipe up any stains. Alright, all done here, on to next. The 2 tables, and when you hear the harsh squeak of sneakers roughly stopping against the floor behind you. What are you doing? Exactly, like, what the fuck are you doing? You whip your head around to find Chris staring at you, eyebrows pinned down slightly agape. Oh, I figure I'd try to help since you guys look like you're really struggling. I know you mean well, but... Exactly, see, it sort of makes things awkward for me and the others, so... Sorry, I didn't mean to overstep. I really do want to help, so I'll just finish this one thing and get out of your hair. How's that sound? Chris' expression shifts from conflicted to contemplative for a few seconds before he heaves a sigh and nods. It's okay, and I appreciate it, and I'm sure the others do too. Chris... Marie pops her head out of the staff door and flags him down with a wave of her hand. Going to run to the hardware store to see if they have any parts to fix the stove. You can see her handling things now. Oh, no, they're gonna need my help. Go on ahead, hopefully they can get past so we can start there. You're just hoping. I'll be back in a bit. You watch her, she flings the kitchen door open, rushing to the front with her apron open in her hand. Alan cues her, pops him from behind Chris and squeezes his shoulder encouragingly. Hey, this one to me. We've got 2 more tickets for some salads left, so why don't we switch things up? Chris nods, turning to look at you. I'll pay you back for the help, okay? It's trying me and things aren't as busy. Oh no. You don't have to. You trail off and he takes his leave, and Sierra approaches you with a warm, cheerful smile. Thanks for chipping in. I've got this table covered, so go on and head back to your seat. If you want to order, I'll give me a shout and I'll be right there. Feeling guilty for causing extra trouble, slink back to you, so people get like that's exactly how it would go. Like you'd just be embarrassed at the end. In the end, you decide on ordering a simple salad and poke at the lettuce leaves before watching your crouton roll for your bowl and thinking sadly at the table. After you walk to the counter, pay, blinking surprise, you find Sarah and Chris standing across from Jane, who's awkwardly rubbing at the back of his neck. So I guess Laura's been cancelled then. Yes, I'm really sorry. We're going to try and get the stove fixed up. In the meantime, my kitchen can still serve cold dishes. It's not exactly what I'm in the mood for. I'm sorry for, Both Sarah and Chris immediately shake their heads and make notice of disagreement. Oh my god. Don't apologize, it's totally fine. Yeah. They told us about your condition. It's got nothing to do with this. Remind me of somebody I absolutely hate. Tayu, bro. Tayu from Passion, bro. I recently caught up again, like reread. I've never wished a character die so bad, ever. Like honestly, he's gotta be the most. Him and Lee Wan, bro. Oh my goodness, bro. They gotta be the worst 2 characters of all time. Tayu, I hope you die, bro. Like seriously, you're such a bird. You're so fucking stupid. Yeah, I know you told us about your condition. It's got nothing to do with this. I'll be honest, this kitchen is being held up by a dream. Some duct tape, so I'm happy. Yeah, but still, I don't know. Ferguson points his gaze towards his feet. I mean, if anything, it's not as bad as last time, right? The worst that can happen now is produce feeling. Ah, shit. Maybe I shouldn't have jinxed it. Don't worry about it. I'm sure it'll be fine. Just let me. He reaches over to the wooden counter and gives it a solid 3 knots. Jane stares blankly at him. Sierra giggles as she shakes her head. Chris shrugs, his lips growing to achieve a smile. Oh, for chapstick. Uh-oh, I just made a mess. You really shouldn't laugh, so you bite the inside of your cheek and press your lips shut. Seems like he is superstitious after all. Where should I go now? Dude, that was long, so I didn't make Vince, but I want my wife. Where you at? Where you at? Oh, what a mid lineup. We're going to see Andrew. I like Andrew a lot, bro. Rhyme-based town squares. Busy no matter the time of day, which you suppose makes sense given it's a central part of town. Here, numerous shops and stalls are gathered for the pursuit of locals and tourists alike. Dazzling variety of items in stalls and storefronts, from handmade jewelry to produce, and obviously towards the snacks and around.
What the hell? Oh my god!
No, no, I gotta cover my screen. I don't even want to look at that word. Crowd. Oh my god. Crowd of people mill about the square under the gaze of the evening. Sky drawn by the promise of cool down air. You turn your eyes this way and that, soaking in the sights and mentally taking notes of those that particularly pique your interest. Peaked. Piked. 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 You likely won't be able to go through all of them today, but there's still tomorrow, and however many days you got left stuck in this town. Full week, I'm guessing. Tingling, tingling, ling, 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 ling. Ice cream, glacier your ice cream right here at the Power French. Ooh, bro. A woman stands by a large ice cream cart decked out in pastel colors. Clog enthusiastically passed her by. I'm not even ashamed, bro. There's just certain ways you have to. Like Paletta deserves that sort of devotion and attention. Like, I will go down Paletta, I don't care. That shakes out regular intervals, making delicate chimes ring throughout the square. Special promotion brought to you by Delgado ice cream on today. Get 2 triple scoop ice cream cones or cups or choice by mentioning quiz. Put a word to the word. No one's ever won before. She shakes her handheld bill again. Dingling, dingling. A step right up if you dare. Do you have the curse? It's there. Just stand on the child. Oh, maybe that's one. As you watch 2 women rise to challenge, laughingly take position in the center of the square, surrounded by a list of inches on lookers. 2 women around with questions and answers are being fired back and forth. Cheers and runs to the audience. I'm interested. Vince, come to my side. The ice cream, speed down, having you go off, wonder if they allow video calls. Your train of thought is interrupted, however, when you get sight of someone from the corner of your eye. There's no mistaking that tall redhead. Oh no, it's Andrew I picked again. Oh, look at him, bro. Sexy ass. Sexy ass. Looks pretty enticed by the possible promotion. Is he even blinking? He definitely loves ice cream. Eventually, though, he does turn his head and sees you standing there. He finally blinks, surprised, and waves at you in greeting. You wave back and he smiles. Look at those dimples approaching you.
Hey.
Theo, what do you think of all this? He gestures to the center of the square where the friendship quiz is going full swing. Interested? Yeah, I am. He brightens. Oh, cool. I just closed that book for a day and was heading back to my apartment. But I thought I could use a sweet treat after all that, so here I am. Anyway, I was wondering. You're wondering. Free stuff. Everyone likes free stuff. Not an agreement. That's true. And by winning a quiz, we can get free stuff. Free ice cream at that. Look at him amused. It's a friendship quiz. We literally just met like yesterday. First off, we met 2 days ago, not yesterday. You snort, the answer continues, undeterred. And besides, we can hear the questions now. He clenched his fist and gave a little shake in excitement. They're all softballs. Their favorite color. Their favorite place in Bryan Bay. That kind of thing. We can just prep each other for it. And what's stopping people from cheating? His voice tapers off near the end of a sentence and certainly perks up again. Anyway, what's the harm in trying? It'll be a short while and it's not like we'll have to pay for anything. Damn, you really want this, don't you? I really, really do. Why not just ask one of your friends then? That'd probably be way easier. I don't have any friends. None of my friends are here right now. You are? Yeah, okay. You can help by throwing out quick. Lucky me. So, what do you think? He stares hopefully at you. You almost expecting to clasp his hands together and flee. Alright, what the hell, let's do it. Answer grins happily at your enthusiasm. Yeah, let's go. Okay, then let's ask each other some questions and memorize each other's answers, right? Answer nods. Hit me. What's your favorite time of day? What's your favorite food? What's one thing on your bucket list? What the hell? What does that look for? Offensive look forms on his face with that question. He doesn't answer immediately. Wait patiently, letting him sort his thoughts. Only one thing, right? Wait. Grabs the back of his neck. I guess the answer would be. Wait, what the fuck? That's so bad. I guess yeah, that's too. I guess that's too like What's your favorite food? He doesn't hesitate to answer. Mozzarella sticks. Now it's not too far off from pizza. Pizza's just unbeatable, bro. I was talking about a situation with pizza in my Slime Rancher, my second Slime Rancher video. Ooh, that would be heaven. I love pizza. Yeah, I could go on about pizza. Little Caesars is okay, but Little Caesars hurts my stomach. And Little Caesars tastes like it just doesn't taste that real, you know? But if you ever like Windy City do? Ooh. Windy City, bro. Windy City crust is like dude, and their sauce is so good, bro. I love their sauce. And like they have like these little corner pieces that are, oh my god, bro. Around the edges, the crust, bro. And like they have like the thick line of sauce peeks out, bro. Ooh. And like it's such a perfect like texture, and like the cheese isn't like cheesy or like rubbery or anything. Like they actually focus on sauce, so like there's still always enough sauce in their pizza. Like it's not like Little Caesars where sometimes it's just like Little Caesars. Sometimes like there's no sauce at all in their pizzas, bro. And it's just when you see always, bro. It's like, bro, and it's such a like this thin. Like it's not like Little Caesars is like fat. Like it's puff. Like it's like puffy. Okay, it's like fluffy crust. Okay. Windy Cities is flat. Okay. It's crunchy, like just crunchy enough, bro. Sauce is so good, dude. And like they come in like the perfect size squares. Like they don't come in slices. Slices are not satisfying. Okay, they're not like slices. Because you get them in squares, bro. And these those little inside square pieces are like so good, bro. Like I literally like there's when they're like the size of like a say you take back your phone and cut it in half. Like that's like the size of them. And dude, I could just like slide it, bro. It's like one that's like one, bro. Swallow two. Just keep it like, dude. I'd go for some pizza right now. Man, I'd go for pizza right now. Raise your brows. That's fast. He grins crookedly. I've loved them ever since I was a kid. And you? Pizza. Andrew nods. I remember that. No, you won't. Your favorite time of day? Whose favorite food is pasta? You crazy, bro? Cookies. Cookies are good. Cookies are iffy though. Cause like sometimes they don't have enough toppings. Sometimes they're too much. Sometimes they're like not the right consistency. The best cookie is a chewy cookie with like enough chocolate chips that it's not just cookie, you know, or enough toppings that's not just cookie. But you don't want to have too much toppings because then you're just eating like sugar. You're not eating any cookies. Which cookie is sugar, but sugar isn't cookie, okay? Cookie is a whole different thing. But if you just layer a whole bunch of sugar on it, like a perfect equilibrium between sugar and cookie is like a frosted sugar cookie or a frosted cookie, whatever they're called. But if you get one of those like crumble cookies or like those TikTok cookies where they just layer a whole bunch of drizzle, this and that, and that's too much. Cookie's cookie. You can't make a cookie and leave the cookie behind. Because at that point, it's even a cookie. No, it's a cupcake. Okay, all that frosting, it's a cupcake. Cookies are made to be small treats. Okay, like something you could just bite, snack on. You know, like you shouldn't be eating a cookie the size of a small child. Okay, that's not right. Because then at that point, it's a cake. Okay, at what point does the cookie to cake, the cupcake to cake pipeline take place? At what point does it happen? Okay, that's what you really need to be thinking about. Okay, so stay away from cakes and cookies that cakes and cupcakes that disguise themselves as cookies. Okay, you have to go one and one. Okay, that's why they exist. That's why different things exist. Okay, you don't combine things. Things do not combine. Okay. Sometimes they make good things, but things like that are already laid out, like cookies and cupcakes, you don't combine them, okay? Like, you combine a cup and a cake, that make a cupcake, okay? But there's no, like, cookie cake? What the fuck are you doing? What's your problem, bro? Why would you want a cookie cake? Just go eat cookie dough. Why would you want a cookie cake, bro? I don't understand that. This cookie cake is so stupid. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. Cookie cake, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Cookie cake. Are you serious? Favorite time of the day. Takes a moment to think. It's about showing a thought. Cookie cake, bro. Cookie cake. Cookie cake. Damn, he's taking this really seriously. When he answers, it's affirmed after someone giving the world decree. Nighttime. Fair. W's. You mind holding on a mic? Here to tell the masses what makes nighttime special to you? He laughs and leans in a little onto your fox might. You have to suppress a shy smile. I'd look at the stars and thank them sometimes. Oh, romantic, bro. Follow your heartthrob. Not so only tuck away your mic. What about you, Theo? Night.
Oh.
Hell yeah. Got good taste, you and I. So I guess we gotta answer anyway. We wait patiently links to his thoughts. Back of his neck. Record book cooks true self love on there for a while. Tilt your head. Why aren't you? Aren't you loner? Money, bro. Andrew grimaces. Well, yeah, but I figured around to it for some reason. Looks to you. How about you? And sir, for the first time, meet someone famous. See, I was talking to myself playing Genshin a while ago. Meeting someone famous. Why would this ever be on your bucket list, bro? I can see. Okay, I can see if it's someone important to you. Like meeting to us is awesome. Like meeting someone important to you is awesome, but don't idolize them. Okay, that's one thing I don't ever understand. People who idolize, parasocial people who idolize. It's one thing I don't ever understand, bro. They don't know you and they don't care for you. That's as simple as it goes, as far as it goes, bro. What type your own answer? Why would I do that? Whatever, bro. Hope you get to check the off list someday. Nighttime I show 6 for decorating the store. One of the 2 used presents you could, you both participate. Previous participants are already long gone, and ice cream and they're welcome to the beaming smile when you approach. Assist more participants, welcome to Friendship Day trials, and thank you for your courage. As she speaks, she applauds fiercely, prompting a smattering of cheers from the small crowd that is gathered to watch. Before we start, may I get your names for your challengers? Sure, to Andrew. And I'm Theo. Welcome, Theo and Andrew. Now, takes too many whiteboards and markers laying on the ice cream carts. That's how. And hands you both. Well, no. Rules are simple. You take your places standing across from each other, and I'll ask you a question. There's a kicker. In your boards, you'll be writing each other's answers. For example, if I ask for color, is there capisci? Capisci? We both nod, but continues. Once you've written down your answers, let me know and make sure to keep your boards hidden until I give go ahead when you're ready. Now off the last sample stated the if your answers in your phone will show your boards from the boards try an answer. You get points. Doing that round. See? Simple, right? Oh, that's how. So I go one at a time. You should only got this. Take your places, you glance at Andrew. He looks faintly nervous, but when he sees you looking, he shoots you a reassuring smile. Alright, now, first question. What's your favorite food? You only have time to catch the eye like Andrew said. You can scribble first on your boards. Did Andrew say earlier? I always say cheese pizza a lot. Alright, now keep your words in. Theo, what's your favorite food? Pizza. Andrew, what about you? Mozzarella sticks. Count the way your heart does it. Good, good. On count, show your boards. Raise your boards and see your eyes go. Plus, black marks pizza. Face splits into a grin. You meet Andrew's eyes long as the expression mirroring yours. In that round, the bag, down. Questions can keep this up. Second question, what's your favorite time of day? Immediately, you both feel they love this word. I'm not even gonna say it to write. What's your favorite time of days? Night. Time. You and Andrew lower your boards at the same time. Up. Simon, ask Andrew first. What's your favorite time of the day? Nighttime. Do you? Night. Alright, now show your boards in 1, 2, 3. Both of you raise your boards and instantly your eyes go to Andrew, scribbled across the board. Right. You smile, triumphant, and for Andrew and possibly next fist will beaming. Oh ho, well done. You're halfway there, but don't relax just yet. This is when things start really heating up. Round 3. This was a doozy. What were the first words you ever said to each other? Oh, what? Andrew's eyes widen. You're like, how can you... You feel the same. It's trying to cover his entertainment. Siri you stare at your curtain host, she leans back, fully unapologetic. Well, go on. There's time to waste it. Remember, your partner will be the one to decide the correct answer. Well, shit, perhaps it's secret only from your successive wins, but you actually feel an answer. Memory bubbling up from the depths of your mind. You met him. He was making fun of us crashing into the lady or something, or asking if we need help. I don't know. Look at Andrew, see him frowning and thought, gesturing his head. What was it? How did we first meet anyway? First thing you wanted to do was pretty definitely right. Let's put in cookie instant, and she's an easy question what you say to you. Switch flips in your mind, and you hastily get to scribbling. They've got this in the bag. Soon you and Andrew are once again standing trial for your host, who gleefully grins as she claps your hands together. And now comes the moment of truth. The atmosphere is infectious, you find yourself swallowing a gulp. Don't be surprised if a drum suddenly started playing. First up to you was the first thing with Andrew. You see all that? Andrew doesn't even give the vendor time to reply. He laughs, the sound bright and exhilarated, and raises his board. Written across it in bold letters of the words, did you see all that? Well, that's his. Twist, Andrew, it all comes down to this. What was the first thing you ever said to you? Doesn't hesitate to speak. Are you doing okay? Me, his eyes, expression furling into a shit-eating grin, and slowly raised your board. The words are written with an air of finality. Are you doing okay? The Freddy abruptly comes raining down in a kaleidoscope of colors, much to the delighted laughter of the audience. You look at your host, who's holding a gigantic party popper in hands. Where is she even hiding that? You have no clue, and beaming wildly. Congratulations, you officially passed the Friendship Day trials. Everyone gives them a round of applause. Surprising amount of applause comes from the audience, who whoop and cheer for your victory. You smile, casting a look at Andrew, and screaming broadly, a touch of shyness in the curve of the smile, but he's standing tall. Step right up to claim your free triple scoop ice cream. You walk away, 3 scoops of ice cream richer, still buzzing with the thrill of the quiz. Andrew was particularly pleased, shaking to his ice cream, choosing the cup with a smile on his face. See, I told you it'd be worth it. Yeah, you win. He grins. I'll have to prep us better next time. You pause and look at him sidelong. I'm only here till my car gets fixed, remember? He falters and smiles sheepishly.
Oh.
I hit my mic. Are we back? We're back. Forgot for a moment there. Still, thanks for going along with me. I figured this wasn't how you expected the evening to go, but I had a great time. You know, take a bite of your ice cream and shoot him a smile. I had fun too. His eyes curve up to the corners, please. And so you continue on your way, ambling down the lamplit streets of Brian Beneath the fading purple sky, top and left. Alright, time to settle in for a nightly stroll. Let's see. Reply, I love you, Crow. I love you, Crow. I love you, Crow, 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 Crow.
Self-voicing enabled. Saved screenshot as c/users/thio/downloads/threadsofu 2.7 pc/threadsofu 2.7 pc/screenshot 0007.png, Lavengram, end of feed. Self-voicing disabled.
Oops. In my sorcery era, what a beautiful morning it was to browse local real estate. If you have any inquiries or suggestions, feel free to send Baruki. Please help me defeat the Dark Lord and I was your friend code. You're such a nerd. Open eye, you should meet me deep, bro. Thanks for everyone's patience today with tomorrow. Who the fuck came with the number? You got special power in me, I'm praying. Okay. The words and colors begin to blur in the screen. Your eyelids start to droop like they're being held down by heavy weights. I think you're falling asleep. Her phone screen turns black and you limply plop it beside your pillow. Your eyes shut as soothing sounds diminish from the sun of the beach. And today is Tuesday. Like, I go up on Tuesday McConan. Okay, I got that right. I don't know who do you have. Chris, or whatever. Chris is boring, bro. He's cute, but he's boring. The sunshine flower boy, whatever. Ooh, but you know we gotta go for. As soon as you step foot into town, you nearly dodge a rough shoulder bump from a man carrying an armful of paper shopping bags. You mumbles an apology before dashing away. Oh, I thought they were gonna do it again. So much for trying to get a table here. There has to be a place that isn't packed right. Some grumbles irritably the longer you take. The diner's close to it, so you've been trying for a spot in the town square with little to no luck so far. Wait, is that? I take a deep breath and the other side to break and butter spice God, it smells so good. At least I get you follow the tempting fragrance around the corner, leading you off the main street, not to a smaller, quieter road. Nah, you're just following the scent of Wyatt, bro. Right in front of his cafe, soft pastel yellows and deep green signs propped up from the cafe. Jen's big shop handwritten chalk. Several tables outside, thankfully empty for the most part, except for one occupied by a familiar brunette with his back facing you. Wyatt? Wait, who's that with him? Seated across from him is a woman with neatly tied back hair wearing an elegant dress suit. She's tapping away on a laptop, occasionally nodding and speaking to Wyatt. He hums in response here and there, taking sips from his coffee. You can't pick up on their conversation, but it seems like nothing too serious. I don't know what's going on between these two. Maybe they're a date? They're in a business meeting, obviously. Makes sense given how she's preoccupied with whatever she's typing or actually talking to him. What should I do? I could leave before they notice me. Do I just awkwardly greet them and grab a table? It's more of your choices. The woman looks up from her laptop alongside with you. Shit, so much fun, eh? I'm gonna call it here, actually. Probably. Okay. Hi everyone. I'm doing this outro like 10 days later from the recording of this video. Sorry for my prolonged absence. I got hit by a storm and my power was out for like a whole week, and my Wi-Fi was out for like an extra 2 days, and it was a whole mess. So I was kind of just dying. I explain more in my. I'm gonna explain more in the next Slime Rancher episode I upload, but I want to get this out first just because I already had it, like everything compiled for it. But I'm sorry for my absence. I hope this video treats you well. I don't know why I was so like weird this episode. I have no clue. I think I was hangry, which is why I keep talking about food. I actually cut out like a whole 20-minute portion of me dissecting how you consume paletas, but I don't know what I was like thinking. I don't know what I was acting so like jittery for. I don't know. But yeah, I hope this video wasn't too bad. I can't really recall anything other than that little ice cream incident that I had to cut out. But I hope you guys enjoy. I love you guys, and I'm back. Okay, so tune in. Next year will come. No need to rush. I love you. Bye. Mwah. Wait, that was a really bad kiss, cause like I have my retainer in, so like it kind of like. Okay, let me redo it. Mwah. Sorry.
I put my words with time.